A show of force to break up a protest outside a state bank in the city of Mandalay. Around 1,000 people at a peaceful rally were dispersed with rubber bullets and slingshots. More than 10 truckloads of security forces and police were deployed to the scene, where demonstrators were calling for Myanmar's military leaders to reinstate their elected government. Extra troops were also sent to other parts of the country. In Myanmar's largest city, Yangon, soldiers in armored vehicles and tanks patrolled the streets. One group of the Civil Disobedience Movement, CDM for short, stood in front of the central bank in Yangon and continued with their calls for the military government to step down and the country's democratically elected leaders to be released.
We are protesting peacefully, without weapons and with no intention of violence, to call for CDM and fight for the freedom of government staff.
This as the military issued a statement on its Facebook page outlining the possible punishment for protesters, saying any act, spoken or written, that expresses or incites hatred of the government could lead to 20 years in prison. People gathered outside a court in the capital, Naypyidaw, hoping that the deposed civilian leader Aung San Suu Kyi would be released on Monday, but that did not happen.
According to the remand which was set, today is the last day of the remand period. But from the discussions with the district justice, the remand period is now until the 17th, not today.
Suu Kyi was one of the first to be detained in the early hours of the coup 2 weeks ago. She's been charged with illegally importing 6 walkie-talkie radios. According to a monitoring group, more than 400 people have now been detained since the February 1st coup. There's a vast range of people within that group, and that's of real concern for 23-year-old fortune teller Charlotte. A fellow Yangon fortune teller was arrested a few days ago after a video of him praying for the military to fail went viral.
Since they're dictators, they can make up whatever laws they like to oppress us. We astrologers are like birds in their hands. If they squeeze, we are dead. If they let us fly, we are free. This is the nature of dictatorship. And it's not just happening to us, it's everyone.
And that's probably why protesters are still coming out in strength. The ruling National League for Democracy, NLD party, won by a landslide in last November's election and was popular. Most see this move by the military as nullification of their vote and their voice. Divya, Gopalan, Jazeera.